There's a moment in every person's life when silence feels heavier than sound. When the world outside is loud, but inside, nothing but static. That night, it was 2 a.m. in New York City. Rain hit the windows like a metronome counting down a life that wasn't working anymore. Arav King sat on the edge of his bed, phone glowing with overdue messages. Clients, bills, promises that expired long ago. He had talent, sure. Ambition, definitely. But discipline? Focus? Those were strangers. He stared at the reflection on his dark laptop screen. For a second, he didn't even recognize the man looking back. Unshaven, eyes heavy, dreams faded. He whispered to himself, almost a prayer, "Tomorrow I start over. Not for them, not for likes. For me, and somewhere between exhaustion and faith." He meant it. Chapter 1. The Mirror of Truth. Morning sunlight sliced through the blinds like truth breaking into a lie. For the first time in months, Arav didn't reach for his phone. He reached for a pen. On a torn notebook page, he wrote 3 questions. Who am I? What do I really want? And what am I pretending not to know? 3 questions. Simple, deadly honest, because that's where focus begins. Not with motivation videos or vision boards, but with brutal honesty. He walked to the bathroom mirror, looked straight at his own eyes. You ever do that? Really look? It's uncomfortable. You can't lie to the reflection. He saw the fatigue, the excuses, the endless, maybe next Monday. And for the first time, he didn't look away. This, he said quietly, is who I'm fighting for. Later that morning, he stopped by a small cafe on 3rd Avenue, the kind of place that still smells like fresh bread and old jazz. Behind the counter stood Maya, the owner. Gray hair, sharp humor, eyes that could read a soul in 5 seconds flat. She handed him coffee without asking what he wanted. Double shot, no sugar. You look like a man who's done being sweet to himself. He laughed, a dry sound. Rough night. She wiped a cup. Baby, every breakthrough starts with a rough night. You just didn't know that's what it was. That hit him. They talked. Not about success, but about truth. Maya told him how she once lost everything. Her bakery, her marriage, her peace. How'd you rebuild? He asked. She smiled. Same way I bake. One batch at a time. You don't rush the oven, you respect the process. When he left the cafe, the world looked the same. Yellow cabs, street vendors, people rushing nowhere fast. But inside him, something shifted. It wasn't motivation. It was decision. The kind that sits in your chest and hums quietly. No more half versions of me. That afternoon, he cleaned his apartment like a soldier preparing a base. Old clothes gone. Desk cleared. He bought a cheap notebook and titled the first page, Day 1, Rebuild. Every great story starts with a messy chapter. But you gotta start anyway. Midsection of Chapter 1, The Audit. He made a list of habits killing his focus. Scrolling first thing in the morning, comparing his behind the scenes to everyone's highlight reel, saying yes to people who never showed up for him. He drew a big red X through each one, then wrote at the bottom, greater than, no more reacting. I'm creating now real talk. Focus isn't about locking yourself in a room. It's about unlocking who you were supposed to be all along. He started waking up early, not 5 a.m., cliché early, just early enough to own a quiet hour before the world grabbed him. He read Atomic Habits on the subway. He took notes. He started doing 10 push-ups, then 20, then 50. Small wins. Tiny proofs that discipline was real. One morning, 30 days later, he looked in the mirror again. The man staring back was still imperfect, but sharper, calmer, alive. He smiled. You're not there yet, he said to his reflection, but you're no longer lost. And that's when he realized something powerful. The mirror doesn't lie. When you respect your effort, even your reflection respects you. And that's how focus is born. Not from applause, not from validation, but from that quiet deal you make with yourself when no one's watching.